Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we'll be reviewing today is SCP-6047, Level 1, Unrestricted, Containment Class Euclid, Disruption Class Dark 1, Risk Class Notice 1. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-6047 is kept contained in a standard biological entity containment unit located at Site-228. SCP-6047 appears to enjoy the activity of play with personnel, and daily interactions with the entity have been approved. Following the events detailed in Addendum 6047.2, no males are to interact with SCP-6047, and all handling duties must be performed by female personnel. The SCP-6047-A instances do not need to be handled by staff. Description: SCP-6047 is a disembodied right hand belonging to the late Jacqueline Waltzer. It is severed at the wrist, and the stump itself is covered with skin. SCP-6047 is animate through unknown means, and is aware of its surroundings despite lack of visual organs. It is capable of using its fingers for locomotion and for other tasks. SCP-6047-A are smaller instances functioning similarly to 6047, however, they appear less capable. Discovery: SCP-6047 came to the Foundation's attention following an investigation into the disappearance of Lucas and Jacqueline Waltzer, a married couple. Local authorities entered their residence and discovered the corpses of both individuals in the basement of the residence. Mrs. Waltzer was noticeably missing her right hand. Foundation personnel took over the investigation following the discovery of several texts and materials relating to thaumaturgical practices, as well as reports from police referring to a walking hand scuttling around at the site. The anomaly was recovered and the relevant amnesticization protocols were followed. An examination by Foundation thaumatologists revealed that the document had been embedded with an info hazard, causing viewers to believe that they were viewing a text pertaining to a subject of their desire in thaumatology. It was found that most information presented by the info hazard was usually faulty in nature. Following rigorous perceptive filtering, it was found that the documents were completely blank. Addendum 6047.1. The following are the latest entries from the recovered journal of Jacqueline Waltzer that was found at the residence. Begin log. The entire house is cold. It's almost like ice. Of course, Luke doesn't mind. He never does. Just the kind of person he is. Always steadfast when it came down to it. Never wavering. Ever dedicated to a task. Wish I was more like him, but, you know, he's been rummaging so much in the kitchen. I don't think there's even a scrap left. He brought some papers yesterday, a whole bunch of them, all looking old and worn. Didn't tell me where he got them from, but it may have been from one of those fellows that he's been getting acquainted recently with. Anyway, he's been rumbling down the basement since last night without any sleep. I think this is all related to us not being able to have kids. We've always wanted them. Ain't life cruel? I wish I could beat it into submission, ruining everything there is in our sights. It's fate, existence, and there's nothing we ever can do. I will resent and hate it, always. I'm just a weight on Luke's shoulder, and I know I can't convince him to stop. Will it work? I don't want to down him, but he's no master magician. Don't get in trouble, Luke. Let's just do with what we have and don't get in trouble. Luke looks so happy. We came out of the basement, he's smiling like he never has before. It's the first time he looks so genuine ever since the day we realized. He kissed me, said that it would work, that we won't be alone ever again. He just went back down, told me to come down when he called. I don't know what to think. I want to have kids, raise them, and be proud of who they become. Know that they'll watch me when I'm passing and remember me when I'm a part of the earth, just like Mama once did to me. I trust Luke. I trust him completely. I love him, and he loves me. I can't doubt him. I never will. After everything he did, how could I? Destroy all shreds of doubt? Believe in him completely? I feel so happy right now. What will I name them? I think I'll name the boy Jack. What about a girl? I'll name the girl Sarah, or Riley, yes. My mama? I'll be just like her one day, kind and caring. He's calling me. Our hands will be together, always. Addendum 6047.2 Incident Report. A week after initial containment, Dr. Matthew Chen, who had been responsible for the care of SCP-6047, entered SCP-6047's containment unit to find it unusually erratic and affectionate compared to its usual behavior. SCP-6047 clasped tightly onto Dr. Chen's left hand. Several minutes later, arriving security personnel aided Dr. Chen in dislodging SCP-6047. Dr. Chen was then sent to the medical bay following the incident for an analysis, which uncovered no abnormalities with Dr. Chen. Throughout the next 9 hours, a growth similar to a cyst began expanding across the palm of SCP-6047, and it grew sluggish compared to its usual nature. The growth's inflation concerned researchers assigned to the anomaly, and an emergency procedure was planned to analyze the cause. However, prior to the procedure, the researchers noticed movement within the sac. Several minutes later, SCP-6047 started to convulse before its growth broke and expelled its contents. A liquid identified to be amniotic fluid and 2 hands, dismembered roughly at the same area as SCP-6047, were recovered. The instances resembled the hands of a newborn human infants, and both were identified to be biologically female. After an autosomal DNA test, it was found that Dr. Chen was inadvertently the biological father figure of the instances. These were labeled SCP-6047-A instances, and SCP-6047's containment procedures have been updated. They are kept in the same unit as SCP-6047 and has been observed to tend to them. Well, she got her wish. Just probably not how she perceived it. Well, everyone, that's it for this week's document review. Thank you all for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. So, thank you again to Jack Waltz, Mach-In 2, for the rewrite of Cremo's self-deleted articles of SCP-6047, A Bride's Hand. Bye.